Hello, welcome to the Daily Horizon View. The date today is the 8th of the 5th, 2019. We're looking at the top 5's for the ASX Exchange Traded Funds. Our spotlight today is VAP, which is Vanguard Australia's Property Securities Index ETF. This is a really good one. Do yourself a favour, flick through to the end and have a look at it. Quick overview of the markets. We saw a marginal gain today, 0.4%, so it closed out at 36.77. Pretty much gold, silver, platinum all down. WTI crude was up a little. So for the top 5 percentage rise, we had gear, VAP, which is a spotlight, ZUSD, MVW, MVA. Gear was up 1.38%, which equates to 32 cents on a pretty good volume of 34,500 shares traded. So Gear is the beta shares Geared Australia equity fund, and that's a hedged fund. And that one looks at the S&P ASX 200. So if you're looking to get a bit of extra leverage, that might be one to look at. Top 5 percentage falls. We had IKO, CETF, CNU, UBP, and QCE. IKO is the iShares MSCI South Korea ETF, so that one tracks stocks traded primarily on the stock market division of the South Korean exchange. So we had IKO was down 3.7%, which equates to $2.84 on pretty low volume of 1,400 shares traded. Top $5 rises, we saw VAP, Spotlight, have a look at it at the end, A200, IVV, ILB, ESTX. So won't spend too much on time on this one, but VAP is the Vanguard Australia Property Securities Index ETF. Got a market cap of 1.3 billion or thereabouts. You get a yield of roughly 8.8%. And that has a Morningstar rating of gold. We were up $64, which was 0.75% on pretty good volume of 16,200 shares traded. Top $5 falls, we had IKO, IHVV, CETF, IHOO, and IAA. IKO is the iShares MSCI South Korea ETF. Kind of already touched on this one before. Good rise. So the dollar rise was $2.84, and as mentioned, it was on a relatively small volume of 1,400 shares traded. So have a look at our top 5 number of trades. We saw STW, VAS, IVV, VGS, and BTS. So STW is the State Street Spider S&P ASX 200 fund, and that one is designed to provide low portfolio turnover, accurate index tracking, and therefore it should be low costs. This is probably one of the bigger ETFs in the market at 3.6 billion market cap or thereabouts. So we saw a reasonable number of trades, just under 200, 196 today. We had a price movement, so a bit of buying for that one, up 25 cents or 0.43%. Top 5 for volume, we saw Asia, IOZ, AAA, STW, and VAS. So we saw a volume on that one of 183,100 shares. That was down 8 cents or 1.3%. My guess is that one's down because of Donald Trump and his tweeting and the the Chinese free trade agreement with the states. So it's probably one to keep an eye on. Top 5 for dollar value. So VAS, STW, AAA, IVV, and IOZ. Pretty low volume day today, so it's kind of a bit of a nothing day almost for the ETFs today. But VAS, which is the Vanguard Australia's Security Index, which is tracks the S&P ASX 300. That one's got about $3.5 billion market cap. You'll get a yield out of VAS of about 4.45%, and that has a Morningstar rating of bronze, so it's not a bad ETF to have in your portfolio. So we saw a value of the trades today, 4.7 million. We're up, so people are getting into that one, 39 cents or 0.4% gain. Let's look at our spotlights, which is VAP, which is the Vanguard Australia Property Securities Index. So the Vanguard Australia Property Securities Index seeks to track the returns of the S&P ASX 300 A-REIT Index before taking into account all the fees, expenses, taxes, blah, 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 blah. So the ETF provides low-cost way to invest in property securities listed on the ASX. Property sectors in this ETF invests include retail, office, industrial, and diversified. The ETF offers potential long-term capital growth and tax-effective income that may include tax-deferred component. So we're trading a net asset value of $85.76, trading just below that at $85.75. Very, very good management fee of 0.23%. You get a distribution quarterly, January, April, July, and October. As mentioned before, the yield's roughly 8.82%. But that's going to change depending on the share price. So a low fee and well executed indexing approach makes Vanguard Australian Property Securities Index ETF one of the best strategies in the A-REIT sector. Significant asset growth to over $1 billion has allowed Vanguard to offer the ETF with an annual fee of, as I mentioned before, 0.23%. VAP is the largest listed property ETF in Australia, which gives it significant advantages of economies of scale, I should say. Vanguard's vast resources in indexing capabilities and commitment to low fees lead well to this suite of strategies, I should say, including VAP. For these reasons, given the narrowness of the sector, VAP is one of the top choices. There's not a lot of property ETFs on the market, so have a look at the three below. They're probably pretty much the only three besides this one that it's worth looking at, and they're pretty much the only ones out there anyway. But you got SLF, MVA, and DJRE, which is an international property ETF. So this one for me is one that everyone should own. It's a highly rated ETF, and I think it's probably one of the best in this sector, if not the best. Just a quick overview, so you can see the top 15 holdings there. Mainly shopping centres and that type of stuff. You've even got Aviva Energy down the bottom, so you've got a bit of an exposure to energy there as well. So, they have petrol stations and do things with coals. This one's performed pretty well since inception. Get about 12.47% after all the fees and all that kind of stuff. That's not too bad. Yeah, this one's definitely one to look at. So as always, this is information. I'm not recommending you buy anything from what I'm saying here. You need to go out and do your own research and get additional advice if you think you need it before you make any purchases. So crack your financial sky, guys. We're just here information, as mentioned before. We're trying to demystify things a little bit for everybody. It's not as scary as it looks or sounds. All those fancy words, but pretty much just sift through all that shit and actually get to find the good investments, and we buy and we hold. Ciao.